Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Bill Simmons teases Anthony Edwards' connection with Bam Adebayo and Eric Spoelstra. The Ringer's Bill Simmons shared some interesting thoughts on Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards liking Miami Heat big man Bam Adebayo and head coach Eric Spoelstra. Edwards is currently teammates with Adebayo and being coached by Spoelstra during the 2024 Olympics with Team USA. While Simmons seems to think this could be a storyline in the future, it would take a trade between Miami and Minnesota to unite all three together with the Heat. Edwards is entering the first season of a 5-year deal with the Timberwolves that runs through the 2028-29 campaign. One of the best young players in the NBA, Edwards led Minnesota to the Western Conference Finals in the 2023-24 season before losing to the Dallas Mavericks. Given Minnesota's investment in Edwards, a former number 1 overall pick, financially, it's hard to see the franchise entertaining any trades for him after such an exciting 2023-24 season. It's possible that down the line that Edwards could ask for a trade, which would put Minnesota in a tough spot, but it does not appear that is the case right now. As for the Heat, they locked Adebayo for the long haul this offseason by signing him to a 3-year extension that will kick in beginning in the 2026-27 season. The extension ties Adebayo to Miami for the next 5 seasons, the same length that Edwards is tied to Minnesota. It is possible that way down the line once both deals are up that Edwards and Adebayo could look to team up, but it's hard to project what the cap situation would look like for the Heat that far in advance. Adebayo is a clear centerpiece of Miami's future, especially since star Jimmy Butler is aging and nearing the end of his current contract with the franchise. Butler could always extend his deal with the Heat, but if the two sides can't come to an agreement on a deal, Miami may be in the market for a new running mate with Adebayo in the future. Spoelstra, who has won 2 NBA titles in Miami and led the Heat to 6 NBA Finals appearances, is clearly one of the most respected coaches in the NBA. It's a good sign for the Heat that so many great players get to play for him while he's an assistant with Team USA, since it could lead to them wanting to play for him in the future. Patrick Beverley says J.J. Redick shares one important quality with Eric Spoelstra. Opinions regarding the potential success of new Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick are sharply divided among NBA observers. Some highlight his impressive basketball intelligence as an indicator of his likely success, while others emphasize his complete absence of coaching experience as a significant factor that may lead to his failure. A crucial attribute for any first-time head coach is the capacity to manage diverse egos and personalities. Although the Lakers may not possess an abundance of prominent egos, they do feature 2 superstars, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, along with several other talented and complementary players who require and merit playing time. In the most recent episode of The OG Show, Mike Miller inquired of former Lakers guard Patrick Beverley regarding the potential success of J.J. Redick in Los Angeles. Beverley affirmed this possibility and elaborated on his perspective, noting that he perceives certain qualities reminiscent of Eric Spoelstra in Redick. "I think he's firm," Beverley said. "And if you're firm as a coach, you have success. That's how SPO was." I'm not comparing J.J. Redick to SPO, I am not doing that. But SPO was firm. In the way SPO talked to me, he talked to LeBron James the same way. So I couldn't even have any room for error like that. I witness him saying the same thing to Dwayne Wade and the same thing to Bron. A firm coach in the NBA is a successful coach. Beverley was selected as the 42nd overall pick by the Lakers in 2009, after which the Miami Heat obtained his draft rights. The Heat subsequently invited Beverley to their training camp in 2010, where he performed admirably. Despite leaving a positive impression on the coaching staff, Beverley was ultimately among the final cuts before the start of the season. He then continued his career in Greece, where he won the 2010 Greek Cup and advanced to the EuroLeague finals. But during his brief time in South Beach, Pat Bev had the opportunity to interact with Spoelstra, gaining insights into his coaching style. Although the Lakers may not possess the qualities of a championship-level team, they do have a considerable degree of talent. Furthermore, there is a pressing need for enhancement in their defensive strategies, particularly regarding perimeter defense, as well as a commitment to consistent effort and the importance of each game. Achieving this necessitates a head coach who embodies fairness and encouragement while also maintaining a firm approach, as suggested by Beverly. Miami Heat among best landing spots for $90 million wing. The Miami Heat don't have much to choose from in terms of trade targets. One possible player is Atlanta Hawks guard DeAndre Hunter, who could find a new home before the end of the offseason. Tyler Conway of Bleacher Report named the Miami Heat among the teams he considers the best landing spots for Hunter. He explained why Hunter fits in with them. Hunter isn't going to suddenly change their championship trajectory, but he fits almost perfectly on the perimeter. The veteran's three-point percentage could climb to the 40% mark if he's on the Miami Heat, Conway wrote in an August 7 story. Conway also explained that teams are more cautious with their money because of the new CBA. So Hunter might be the best they can hope for. Hunter began a 4-year, $90 million contract last season, which is not far above market for a player of his abilities. Given the financial constraints of the new collective bargaining agreement, we will see teams becoming increasingly more careful about which players get big long-term commitments. The Miami Heat have tried to catch big fish, but Hunter may be an average fish in the same pond. The Miami Heat need any kind of backup they can get. But it's a two-way wing that's better than what they have. John Hollinger of The Athletic reported that Hunter has been mentioned in trade rumors for some time. However, the problem is that the Hawks can't get anything good out of him. Trade him. Rumors about Clint Capella and DeAndre Hunter have been around for a long time, but the general consensus from league sources is that the Hawks can't get any significant return for them, Hollinger wrote in a June 28 story. The Miami Heat players potentially available in a trade don't have much value compared to Hunter. However, they could offer valuable first-round picks for Hunter. Anthony Irwin explained why it's difficult for the Miami Heat to make a trade in an August 5 story. Another major factor in the Lakers' stagnant summer, a league that feels it can take advantage of what it sees as an inept and desperate organization. For years, fans have criticized a Miami Heat tax that increases asking prices in trade negotiations. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of DeAndre Hunter? Leave your opinion in the comments.